let's talk about money. What if you stopped thinking about it as this big, scary, complicated thing and started treating it like a game? Not a game of luck, but a game of skill. A game that has rules. And once you learn the rules, you can start winning. The crazy part is most people are playing it completely blind. So today, we're going to change that. We're going to break down the 4 simple rules to win the money game.
Okay, first things first, let's get one thing straight. Most people are chasing financial freedom, which sounds great, right? But it's all about what you have, a big pile of money in the bank. But there's something way more powerful, and that's financial confidence. This has nothing to do with your bank balance. It's about your absolute, rock-solid ability to create money whenever you need to. One is a pile of cash that can run out. The other is a skill that lasts a lifetime.
And this is where it gets kind of wild. With all the information in the world just a click away, over 90% of people are still financially ignorant. Think about that for a second. That's 9 out of every 10 people making the same basic mistakes, feeling stressed out and stuck. This isn't bad luck. It's just not knowing the rules of the game. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to really nail down this difference between freedom and confidence. Then, we're going to expose the 2 huge mindset blockers that hold everybody back. After that, we get to the good stuff, the 4 essential rules for winning. We're talking invest smart, master your debt, think like the rich, and finally, build your assets.
All right, let's kick it off. Section 1, freedom versus confidence. The whole idea here is a giant shift in how you see the world. It's about moving away from being a consumer who just collects money to becoming a creator who can generate it on demand.
I really love this definition. It's 2 parts, right? Acumen, that's the know-how, the actual skill. But then there's self-belief. It's knowing deep down that if you lost everything tomorrow, if your bank account went to 0, you could build it all back again. That's real security, not a number in an account, but the knowledge that you are the money-making machine.
So, if financial confidence is the goal, why don't more people have it? What's stopping them? Well, that brings us to Section 2, the mindset blockers. It turns out the biggest hurdles aren't in your wallet, they're in your head. And it really boils down to 2 main culprits. Number 1, conventional wisdom. This is all the bad advice, all the limiting beliefs we pick up from family, friends, and society. And number 2, your own comfort zone. That little voice in your head that's terrified of taking any kind of risk. Come on, we've all heard this a million times, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. It sounds harmless, but it's not. These little phrases are like software programs that run in the back of your mind, telling you that money is scarce, it's hard to get, and there's never enough. That kind of thinking shuts down your ambition before you even get started. And then there's the second blocker. Your comfort zone is, well, it's comfortable, but it's also where your dreams go to die. To actually grow your wealth, you have to take some risks. Maybe you start a business, make an investment. It feels scary, right? A little uncomfortable? Good. Because if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. So I'm going to ask you, seriously, pause and think about it. What's that one move you know you should make? That side hustle, that investment, that new skill you need to learn, but you're just too afraid to pull the trigger. That fear, that's the edge of your comfort zone. You just found the wall. All right, enough about the problems. Let's get into the solutions. Section 3, this is where the playbook begins. Rule number 1 is invest smart. This is the absolute foundation of everything. You simply cannot save your way to being wealthy. It will not happen. Your money has to get a job and start working for you. But here's the most important rule inside the rule. You have to do your homework. Education comes before investment. Every single time. Before you put $1 into stocks, a business, real estate, anything, you have to understand how it works. If you're just following a hot tip from a friend, you're not investing, you're gambling. Now, this slide is absolutely key because it shows you the real pecking order. Yeah, investing in your business or in stocks is great, but look what's at the very top. The single greatest, highest return investment you will ever make is in yourself. It's your brain, your skills, your knowledge. That's the engine that powers everything else. Moving right along to Section 4, rule number 2, master your debt. Now, I know this one feels a little weird. We've been programmed our whole lives to think that all debt is evil. But that's just not true. It's a massive oversimplification. Used the right way, debt isn't a crutch. It's a powerful tool for building wealth. And the difference is actually really simple. Does it take money from your pocket, or does it put money in your pocket? Bad debt is easy.
That's your high-interest credit card you use to buy a new TV. It's a drain. Good debt is when you borrow money to buy something that makes you more money, like a loan for a profitable business. One is an anchor, the other is a jet engine. And that leads us to Section 5, rule number 3. Think like the rich. Now, this isn't about buying designer clothes. It's about a complete overhaul of your mindset. Most of us are taught to live below our means, to scrimp and save and cut back. But that's playing defense. It's a scarcity game. Wealthy people play offense. They don't focus on living below their means. They focus on expanding their means. It's a shift from asking, how can I cut my expenses, to asking, how can I increase my income? Stop focusing on saving pennies and start focusing on developing the skills that create more dollars. And this all brings us to the grand finale, Section 6, rule number 4, build your assets. If you take away only one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. This is the goal. This is the entire point of the game. The definition is just beautiful in its simplicity. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. That's it. The whole game of getting rich is just buying assets and avoiding liabilities. It's that simple. And here we are, full circle. See how it all connects? Your brain is your biggest asset. So you use Rule 1 to invest in it. That knowledge lets you use good debt, which is Rule 2. That lets you expand your means, Rule 3. So you can go out and do what? Buy more assets, Rule 4. It's a perfect, powerful loop. So I'll leave you with this question. If your brain is truly your greatest wealth-generating tool, what's the first thing you're going to do, starting today, to upgrade it? What's the first skill you're going to develop to make that number one asset even more valuable?